Good afternoon. Welcome to the forecast discussion for May 29th, 2014. It is currently 1:10 p.m. and temperatures throughout the region range from the upper 50s to lower 60s as we are well within the marine air mass from our backdoor cold front. I just want to make a point as there's been some confusion as to how far west a backdoor cold front can actually get. Clearly we have a very humid air mass over the southern Ohio River Valley and portions of the Tennessee River Valley with temperatures in the upper 70s to lower 80s. However, to the north of our cold front boundary that is separating the southeast from the northeast and Ohio River Valley, we have temperatures in the lower to mid 70s with dew points in the upper 50s in the Ohio River Valley. However, notice the distinct difference in the air mass from central Pennsylvania, Maryland, Delaware on northeast. Clearly, we have a different air mass in place with dew points in the upper 40s to mid 50s and temperatures, high temperatures, about 10 to 15 degrees cooler in the upper 50s to lower 60s, even a few mid 50s here where we have some cloud cover. And I'm going to show you the visible satellite picture. It really shows this very nicely of the marine air mass pushing in, where the marine air mass is dominant, where the skies have cleared out, and where we're still seeing that battle back and forth between that warmer air mass, the two different types of warmer air masses, and that cooler marine air mass that is trying to take hold throughout the entire Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. So when we take a look at the radar, we clearly have scattered showers here throughout the southern tier of Pennsylvania down through Delaware and Maryland. This area of showers will gradually and slowly lift north and east as the boundary starts to give way, especially by tomorrow afternoon. So for today, most locations will remain dry, but I can't rule out a scattered shower here or there, even for portions of Connecticut and Long Island later on in the afternoon and evening, especially in the evening hours, as this boundary starts to lift north and east. On the latest visible satellite picture, it just shows up very nicely. It's just a very sharp picture here. Here's the dominant marine air mass, and you can see that pushing to the southeast, and then it just kind of hits a roadblock here. And that roadblock here is that push up against by the more tropical air mass over the Tennessee River Valley and the polar modified air mass that is currently over the Ohio River Valley. So again, we have three air masses in place here, separated by this weak trough here over western Pennsylvania. You have the marine air mass, the polar air mass, and the tropical air mass. Three air masses interacting and basically trying to conquer each other over this area, which is the southern mid-Atlantic, central Pennsylvania, and extreme western New Jersey. So that's why as you head west, you have overcast skies and periods of showers, and then as you head east towards the dominant marine air mass with high pressure and complete control, you have clearing skies, a beautiful day in Connecticut with temperatures in the upper 50s to lower 60s and low humidity, and just a very, very nice spring-like day when we should be moving into more summer-like temperatures. Get used to this theme. We're going to see this all summer long in my belief, and basically on what I'm seeing throughout all the data looking in for this upcoming summer. So on the water vapor satellite picture, again, you kind of see all the players once again in play here. You have your Western Atlantic trough that we've been constantly seeing, the convergence and confluence supporting a strong high pressure system. You have your polar jet stream with disturbances lifting, rising over a ridge over the plains and diving down through the Great Lakes towards the northern mid-Atlantic. And then you have your subtropical jet stream with its disturbances and one very powerful upper level low that will slowly start to weaken and fall apart as it moves towards the southeast coast with no significant impacts on the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. And then this boundary here will gradually lift north and east and head towards the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area tomorrow, and then lift well north and east of the region for this weekend, setting up a wonderful weekend of weather for the region. So let's take a look at the latest model guidance using the Penn State EWOL website. Again, for tonight, there's a threat for a few scattered isolated showers, but nothing that will wash out any type of events. Temperatures will fall into the lower to mid 50s for lows tonight, as for the most part, around the Philadelphia metro, look for broken to overcast skies. In the New York City metro, look for basically broken to scattered cloud cover, clear skies as you head into northeastern Connecticut. For tomorrow, the end of the week, tranquil weather conditions for the most part. I don't expect any severe thunderstorms at this point. There could be a few isolated to widely scattered showers, but most locations will remain dry. Temperatures will basically remain near to slightly below normal. We should be in the mid to upper 70s for this time of year, and we're going to be in the upper 60s to lower 70s along the immediate coast, lower to mid 70s over the interior. Not too far off from where we should be for this time of year. And overall, a quiet end to the week with just a few scattered showers here and there. Then we get into Saturday and Sunday. Now, you see how this upper level low is really intensifying off of the East Coast here? Well, because of the position of this upper level low, what we have here is what's called convergence and confluence. You see how these lines start to become packed? Basically, the upper level winds start to converge. That leads to sinking air, and that's why at the mid levels of the atmosphere you have a lot of dry air setting up over the St. Lawrence River Valley, much of Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and building into the New York City metropolitan area. Now, this area of moisture over New England likely will support a few isolated showers down into Connecticut, but I stress the word isolated here. I think most locations will be just fine for this weekend with tranquil weather conditions expected from eastern Pennsylvania to eastern Connecticut, as high pressure will be in complete control throughout the time period. So this weekend, look for temperatures in the mid to upper 50s, high temperatures in the lower to mid 70s. We get more sunshine in your urban areas. You could push into a 78, 79 degree range, but I think that's going to be highly isolated. Most locations will be around 75 degrees for highs this weekend, which honestly is going to be absolutely perfect for any outdoor activity. Now, on Monday, we start to see clouds increase, the winds coming in from the southwest. I think it's going to remain dry on Monday, but certainly we'll see an increase in cloud cover. Temperatures in the mid to upper 50s for lows, upper 70s to lower 80s for highs. And then it gets very interesting for Tuesday on through Wednesday. Now you see this boundary here? This is a warm front. And I've been studying all the models. Now the GFS is very aggressive with this warm front, driving it through and leading to everyone pushing into the lower to mid 80s for highs for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and even as you head into Friday. The problem, though, is that we still have this pesky upper level low out here in the Western Atlantic. And we know what these upper level lows have done to our weather pattern in stalling out our warm fronts as they try to push through the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. So I think what we're setting up here for this upcoming week, next week, is a pattern where we have this boundary stalled over the region. I could see New Jersey basically cut in half with the western part of New Jersey and eastern Pennsylvania on the warm side of this warm front with temperatures in the lower to mid 80s, possibly even some upper 80s in southeastern Pennsylvania with high levels of humidity and threat for scattered showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. Meanwhile, to the east of this warm front, depending on where it sets up day to day, you'll have temperatures stuck in the 60s. So basically, right around the New York City metropolitan area and possibly coastal New Jersey, you could see a range of temperatures from 65 to 75, and then temperatures on eastern Long Island and eastern Connecticut stuck in the lower to mid 60s. So it's going to be a very, very volatile forecast depending on where this warm front finally stalls out, just how strong this upper level low is out in the western Atlantic, northwestern Atlantic, right to the south of the Canadian Maritimes. All of these factors will play in to determine just where this warm front will stall and where that strong thermal gradient will set up. And of course, to the east of that warm front, you'll have overcast skies, scattered showers, just a raw weather pattern to the east of this warm front. To the west, hey, summer returns with temperatures in the lower to mid 80s and humid conditions and a threat for a thunderstorm in the afternoon. So a very volatile forecast setting up for next week that we're going to keep an eye on and see how it evolves. Well, that is your forecast discussion for today. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Follow the latest weather information at nynjpaweather.com and nynjpaweather on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and LinkedIn. Have a wonderful day, and as always, stay safe out there.